is practicality, communicating about practical masturbation support as self-expression, part 2. So, placing yourself comfortably, really comfortable position. You're able to have some nice classical music with no words, because even music is able to charge thoughts, memories, ideas, pictures, emotions, feelings, which will influence the entire I am here moment of self in experiencing masturbation, or in silence, whichever. I would suggest no music with words whatsoever, because as I've said, you don't want any separate influences. All that must exist is I am here. That's it. Now this I am here is, as you're placing yourself comfortably, your eyes closed, keep your eyes closed. You don't want to even see your own physical body, because even that is able to charge up memories of other bodies you might have seen somewhere else, which would bring forth also unnecessary influences within yourself, so your mind. So close all back doors. I'm going to put it from that perspective. So you're placing yourself comfortably, breathing imperative. You just breathe, and then you begin. Then you, within yourself, you'll experience here in the center. It's not even the center, but it is within your being that an expression of you comes forth, and it literally flows, and you touch. And you start touching yourself. But in that touch, realize that it is you touching and expressing and experiencing you. For the first time, you're focusing on your touch of you as you in the moment. And that's all. If any thoughts, feelings, emotions, pictures, imaginations, projections in any way whatsoever come up in your mind, in that moment, brutal self-honesty is imperative. If you have not yet seen the masturbation video interviews that has been done, I suggest you do so. Because in watching those videos, you'll understand why I am so specific and pushing the aspect of no mind influence whatsoever while experiencing and expressing yourself in masturbation. None. In the moment of touch, as you experience you, as you touch yourself, if your clothes are on or off, it doesn't matter. I would suggest all clothes off, because then you're open, you're vulnerable, it's I am here, and then you touch. And then you experience yourself. Also self-honesty from the perspective that you're not touching you to eventually build up to experience an orgasm. That is separation. That is not self-expression. Self-expression is just in the moment. You trust you in that moment, and you just touch yourself, and you just experience the enjoyment of you touching and experiencing you. Whether you go first hard, intense in the moment of touch, or whether it's just gentle, it's that gentle here touch. Every part of your human physical body you touch, and you experience that touch. And whether you go intense all of a sudden, or whether you brush, or whether you do circles, or whichever way in the moment comes up, in the moment of touch, or in the moment of movement, or the moment of expression, you just move accordingly. And that's how you start, human beings. Close your eyes, you delete immediately. You do not carry on if those thoughts, emotions, feelings continue. If they are too much, you stop. Then you have to sit down and self-honestly, brutally write self-forgiveness in that moment. I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to, in that moment, imagine myself with my ex when we were on the boat in the lake having sex. You write down self-forgiveness specifically. And I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to, in that moment of imagining myself having sex with my ex in the boat on the lake, how I experienced that orgasm as magnificent and wonderful, and I cannot live without the orgasm. And I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to think that I cannot live without the orgasm. And I forgive myself that I've allowed myself to do masturbation because I want that orgasm again. Realize that it's not about getting an orgasm. It's not about relating it to any past experiences, because otherwise you're in the past and not here. Where is self-expression? Self-expression is here in the moment. So as you touch yourself, you remain here as the breath, and whatever movement of self comes through in your arms to the tips of your fingers, you move and express accordingly. And if thoughts come up, just say delete. Just delete, stop, delete, stop. But also, your starting point, you must be really honest with yourself in masturbation, that your starting point is not of a thought that comes up saying, okay, I want to masturbate because I want to experience an orgasm. Absolute separation. If it's, I am masturbating, it is what it is. It's not because of anything that's driving you to must have an orgasm. By doing it through masturbation, do not accept and allow sex or masturbation to be the chase for an orgasm. Really, the orgasm that human beings experience in this world is so limited. It is only that moment, which is actually really just a release. And self-expression is not just about a release. Self-expression is a constant, continuous self-movement in oneness and equality. It's interesting because interdimensionally, it literally looks like a human being moving constantly and continuously. Because in actual form of expression, you are round to a certain extent, like oval shaped. And so you move yourself constantly within yourselves, constantly, like this. You move, and you just move. And it's a constant expression. And then you're able to choose when you want to stop. You know, you stop, okay, I'm stopping. And then if you want to start, you start again. But it's not a start as an orgasm that just occurs here in the pelvic area and, you know, comes up and then it's out and then it's done. No. It is just here, literally here. And then you move, and it's an expression that comes through up here, and then it moves constantly, Because usually an orgasmic release is just that it goes out and then it's done. This is not so. It's a movement, and it's a round, and then it's a constant expression of self. Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy.